Hello, this is my review of the Monoprice entry-level amplified gaming headset. Also, please like and subscribe. Um, this headset is compatible with PC, PlayStation, and Xbox consoles. So let me show you some of the specs as listed on the box. Let's flip this around here. Just so you can just take a look at the features and specifications for yourself. As you see, designed for Xbox, PlayStation 3, PC gaming, detachable boom microphone, compatible with Xbox Live, USB connector, etc., and so forth. So, these are all of the components that come individually in the box. Let me start with the, of course, you have the headset. Here's your manual. Here's the detachable boom microphone. This is the accessory you would use for connecting it to your game consoles. This is a 2.5 and 3.5 millimeter jack, again for using with an Xbox gaming console. And here's your extension cable with volume and microphone controls on it, including a mute switch toggle. Here's your USB connection, so that way you can get the amplification out of the speakers, and this is like a standard sort of headphone jack you'd use. We're plugging it into a PC. And now let me go over my impressions of the headset build quality. But first, let me show you how the microphone attaches. One side of the connector is notched, so it only fits in one way. Once you do put it in the appropriate way, you will twist it. You will then twist it roughly 90 degrees. And there you are. It's in very securely. The headphones themselves are made of kind of cheap, light plastic material, though you have the foam earpieces here. The boom mic, on the other hand, this bit is all metal. It feels very good. It positions very easily to get into the perfect position. And that's the microphone tip. Comfort-wise, oh yeah, let me show you the adjustments. You can flip either piece that way. It extends in and out for adjustments. I found that it felt very comfortable. This is the left side, right side. I find it felt very comfortable when wearing it. My only main complaint about the feel when having it on is if I were to lean forward or backwards, because there's not a lot of tension on this middle piece. It does tend to slide a little bit forward or a little bit or back, depending which way I lean. So that is a minor gripe, but I generally will just not be actively moving around, so that's not a big issue. And let's say you wanted to use this on an iPhone or just basic player, you could actually plug this headset directly in, and you will hear your music, although you won't get the amplification, so the volume will not be terribly loud without the amplification, but it will be okay. Not too bad. Let me go over my so my impressions of the sound quality of the headset. I thought the sound was okay, but kind of flat, nothing amazing. It doesn't have like a tremendous amount of clarity or bass or anything like that. It's just kind of pretty mediocre, but it's clear though. I mean, it's clear. It's not like muffled sound, so it's just clear, but it's not really distinct as far as, you know, picking up mids. There's not really a whole lot of bass bass response. when testing this on Xbox Live with my friend, comparing it to Microsoft headsets. They did feel that the overall microphone quality was a lot better than the microphone headset. So they did like it. They felt it was an improvement. It was louder. And when speaking of the Xbox, the way you would connect this to an Xbox would be as follows. Well, first you have to connect this cable to this long one here. So you would plug in here. And then you would take this connector, the wide end, and put it on the side of the volume toggle. As you see, when you're using it, also I want to note, when you're using it on a PlayStation or a PC or a PS3, that there's a toggle on here. So if you're going to connect this to an Xbox, you want to move this toggle to Xbox. If you're using it on a PS3 or a PC, you have it on the side. One volume controls the headset microphone, the other one controls the sound of people that are speaking to you, like on Xbox, like your friends. So you plug this connector on the side here. And then the other end of the cable will connect to your controller. As you see, controllers, even if I didn't have this keyboard attachment, because this keyboard attachment itself goes into the same size jack that you see here. So connection would be the same whether or not you had a keyboard attachment on here. It would just be connecting further up. And the USB cable would plug into an available USB slot on your console. And this cable, for the headset, is going to plug into your adapter. And if you're like me and use HDMI output for your Xbox for the video and audio, you're not going to be able to use the left and right analog audios. So the solution to that is to get an adapter. You'll need to purchase one of these adapters. This one is by Mad Catz. It costs $20, and it'll connect to any style, the older style or the newer Xbox Slim, into the back of the console. And it will give you an analog and digital audio output. You have the left-right analog, and this is your optical digital over here that you put a Toslink connection into. So with this plugged into the back of your console, you connect your red and white jacks into it. And then there's your connection. So the length of the cable is pretty good. I felt I was able to sit comfortably, roughly 10 feet away from my console, and it had plenty of room for it. So you don't have to worry about having any problems sitting by your couch with the console by your TV. Now let me go over connection to a PC and a couple of issues that I have with this in terms of PC connection. If you use this, if you want to connect this to a computer running Windows XP, you can only use it as a headset mode. You know, you would so you would use just this connection because for whatever reason, Windows XP will not recognize the USB device when it's plugged in. It will not recognize, it will not work, and I cannot find any drivers for this headset on Monoprice's website. So you're kind of out of luck in terms of using it as a microphone headset when connecting it to a PC running Windows XP. I also have a computer running Windows 7. With Windows 7, it worked fine. I was able to just plug in the USB connector by itself, and it worked properly. I don't need to use the analog headset plug, and it just works fine through USB. It detects it as a new audio playback device as well as recording device. So once it is connected to your Windows, I assume it would work in Windows Vista as well. So once it's connected to your device, you're going to go to the volume control or your control panel and audio devices and set it up as a default playback and recording device to get it to work properly. And also, as a side note, when you are using this on an Xbox that's using HDMI, like I was telling you before, you're going to be getting audio out of both your regular TV or surround speakers if you're using surround at the same time as you're listening to it on your headset. So if you only want to hear one or the other, then you should either mute one of those controls. And here's just a quick look at the manual with its diagrams. And shows you how the connections are made. And see, that's the that would be an Xbox console. That's an alternative way of connecting it. It would be plugging it into your TV directly, and then the right analog audio is here. Here is the connection using the adapter, the way I connected it to mine. This cable here represents an HDMI connection. This represents the adapter, which would be this. And here is your PlayStation 3 connection. With the PlayStation 3, you will need the analog audio video cable in order to use this with it. So, and that is represented by this cable here, number 5. See the white analog RCA plugs. In PS3, that's represented by that. So, yeah, another side note. Anyway, that's about it. These speakers sell for $50 on Amazon, which is not too bad, but maybe a little bit pricey, given that it's rather lackluster sound quality, but it's okay, and it certainly helps the value that it does work on your consoles and a computer, although I'm not so happy that it doesn't work well at XP. But anyway, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.